I'm Sassy. I challenge stereotypes through education and humour, allowing others to become more disability confident. And I'm talking about alt text today because I feel that not enough people online know what it is, what it's for, and its purpose. So, firstly, what is alt text? Alt text, also known as alternative text or alt attributes, are used within HTML code to describe the appearance and function of an image on a page. There are three main uses for alt text, the main primary reason being for screen readers. People who are visually impaired use special software online to help them navigate around, and it's primarily for images on your website. So if you've labelled your alt text correctly, then I will be able to know what's in your images. The second is for when your website doesn't load correctly, and then it will come in place of your image. So, if your website's being slow, then the writing that pops up instead of the image itself, that's the alt text. And third is for SEO. So for most of you that are watching this are probably bloggers, it just means a search engine optimization, and it crawls the website. So if you label your pictures correctly, then Google and all those fun things will know what your image is of and probably rank you higher. Alt text is not for keyword stuffing. This is a misconception in the blogging community. So a good example of alt text is having a birthday cake. You've got the recipe on your website because you're a food blogger, and then you've decorated the cake in pink and blue icing. So that's the image description you would give in the picture. So birthday cake with blue and pink icing. If you were visually impaired or blind, someone was describing a picture to you, you'd want as much detail as you could possibly ask for. And that's kind of where I'm coming from with explaining this to you, because I appreciate that it may take you a few minutes longer when you write these alt text descriptions out, but actually they make such a difference to people like me who are visually impaired and use screen readers. One thing I have noticed on blogs and websites is not every button is labelled correctly. So for example, if I'm filling out a form to be on your newsletter, it may just say link, but actually the button you want it to say for screen readers is sign up now or sign up today. And the reason that's so important is because we are then clicking on the correct thing and not potentially clicking on the wrong thing. One last thing I'd probably mention is memes and photos that have text in them, like quotes and stuff. They're all good for like non-visually impaired people, but actually SEO don't like them either, because you're not describing what's in the image, and blind people literally just see or hear it as image or a lot of numbers. So if ever you put on a meme or a quote within a picture, it'd be great if you could label that and describe that. I really hope that my description of alt text and the importance of it was useful to you. Leave comments down below if you're unsure or you want me to check out your website to see if you've got that on there. I'm more than happy to do that. And just leave me any general comments if you are curious or interested in learning anything else about visual impairment. Thanks for watching. Bye.